Good morning, everybody. If I sound groggy, I apologize. It's early for me. Now, today is Monday, October 23rd. I have to apologize that if you hear any rattling sound in the background. Unfortunately, I live in a pre-war building, so the temperatures have been dropping in the city, so the heating system, the heat is coming up through the system. It's called a radiator. So that's the sound you're hearing in the background, is that rattling metal sound. Anyway, so for the reason of this video is that today I'll be having my medical oncology, Jesus, this is when I say it's too early for me. I'm having my MRI. It was set up by my medical oncology doctor. For the reason for that is that he wants to take precaution. After all, I am on the letrozole, the cancer medication, and I recently, last month, I had my first infusion with the Zometa. So I guess he wants to make sure I stay as clean as possible in my breast. So yeah, I have to go to the hospital. I have to be at the hospital at 7:30. So I'm about to get ready to head out. And yeah, I'm nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very nervous, and I pray that everything goes very well on this exam and that I don't need to go any further testing than this. Anyway, so I'll give you guys a check-in just to let you guys know how everything is going. Alrighty, so I'll catch you guys in a little bit. I'm already in the hospital. See, I'm ready, dressed. I'm about to go in to get my MRI done. There's someone waiting outside, so that's why I tend to talk loud. I don't want to be what I'm not supposed to film in the hospital, but I don't care. Anyway, so yeah, I'm ready. So now I'm gonna head out, get it done. I gotta talk about certain things that really irked me as I came in today, and talk about it later when I get home. Alrighty, so I'll check back with you guys in a little while. Alrighty, see you later. Alright, it's literally over an hour that I got the MRI done. I will explain. It's 9:32 in the morning and my exam started at 8:50. I am very lightheaded right now. I'm starving. I am definitely very tired. So far it's done. I will explain everything what was done on my exam. Still wait. I will be waiting for the results, so let's see what happens by then. See, I just still have my hospital gown, so I'm just like really worn out, but I'm crossing my fingers that everything works out for me. And yeah, I'm gonna keep the positive vibes going. Alrighty, so I'm going to do is change and walk out of here, maybe get breakfast. You see, that's how tired I am. And then I'll give you guys a breakdown of everything. Alrighty, so I will see you in a little bit. I am finally back home. I've been home like maybe a few minutes, like maybe 10-15 minutes. I just needed to get my mind together and warm up. It's definitely fall has really kicked in, and I was feeling it. And when I got out of that place, I was just like so disoriented, because the thing is, like, being over an hour on that table is never easy, and especially if you have to be like face down, and these things that are supposed to be the pads that support your face, it's not easy because there's no air coming underneath very well, so you're just like you feel like you're gonna get ready to hyperventilate, and I'm just like trying to keep calm, like, okay, just try to relax. And my mind just started drifting into a million different things that I went through, been through, going to do, what not going to do. So it was just like my mind was racing all over the place. But yeah. So when I got out of there, I was just like, oh my God. Anyway, so when I got there, because they always ask the patients to come a half hour early before the appointment, because the thing is, it comes with paperwork. You have to do the initial paperwork. And that's what I mentioned on the clip in the hospital, that I have a lot of gripe to pick on. I honestly don't understand. I've been feeling this weird energy happening around me, and it pretty much confirmed as I was leaving the hospital that the amount of tension and anger that people are carrying, it is really, really volatile. It doesn't matter what nationality you come from. It's just, you could feel it in the air. And I was just like, I am the type of person, okay, we all don't get happy going to work on a regular basis. My shifts are always different each day. So sometimes I go in later in the afternoon and I have to close at night, or, I have to wake up in the early mornings before everybody in this world starts waking up to head to work. So, it's not easy on the body. I get it. Especially me, who was suffering with chronic illness, as well as, making sure that I don't go back into getting cancer, I have to be a different state of mind when it comes to my body. I have to have that state of mind of keeping sure that I stay at peace, mind, body, and soul. And I will fight to make sure I stay in that peace. But when you have individuals in life that come in on a daily basis to work, and you carry that sort of negativity around you, even if you don't even work, and you just carry that negativity around you, that is a big problem. Because the first thing, me and this other woman that walked into the section with the MRI, we're the first two patients coming in, and we're like, good morning, and I'm the type, I try to stay lighthearted. Because I do understand the roles as a person who's been through customer service. Doesn't matter the title that I carry throughout my years of experience. I always try to keep things lighthearted, no matter the aggravations that I go through in my personal life. Because at the end of the day, you are there all day interacting with different people of all types. And believe me, I've gotten all types. I've gotten the people who are very nasty, rude, disrespectful. I have gotten the ones that are really wonderful, that they come in very pleasant. So you're always going to interact different types of people. But you cannot always carry the energies of what you encountered in your life on a daily basis and bring it to your job too, and mix it up. So when I walked in, this woman was like already aggravated, and it's not even 7:30 in the morning. And it's like she acted like we were like inconveniencing her, but we're already scheduled to come in at that time. So what's the problem, And it was just like very disrespectful, very rude, very like to a point like she hated her life. That's what it looked like. She hated her life. And I was just like, whoa. And she's telling me, oh, fill out the questionnaire. I'm like, I filled it out online. Oh, well, sometimes it doesn't come through. That's because she didn't want to bother opening up the online questionnaire. I'm not stupid either. I was like, fine. Filled it up again. And so as I'd taken the paper, I told the lady that was before me, I'm like, wow, this is a really cheery place. And the lady started laughing because it's just like, whoa, it was like very unnecessary. Why are you going to feel so aggravated the first thing in the morning? Because then you carry that energies with you throughout the whole day. And you're not going to make yourself any better. You know, I understand the difficulties of dealing with people. I do understand it. I've been through it so many times. But I always try to keep it like, not take it personal and just let it go. Because the minute that I walk out of my job, I just make sure I close that energy off. And I shake it off because at the end of the day, I still come home and I'm very happy to see my family. And carry that a different mindset. And then when I go back to work, that's a different story. You go back into work, but you're not carrying the same energy at work. I always try to keep it light. So, you know, that's my pet peeve, is like, try to be a little bit human in a nice way when you're dealing with patients, especially patients that are, you know, coming in, making sure that they get their examinations. And I really was, you know, really thrown off. But like I said, I'm a different type of bird. I try to keep my energies as light as possible, even though there's moments that you know, I'm a human being like anybody else that suffers with different types of, you know, emotions. But I try not to carry it on a very heavy level and give it off to other people. And so I know it seems like I went from one thing to another, but it's just, I was just like, whoa, it was just not necessary. Anyway, so I stood there like maybe 20 minutes until the technician came. And then he called me in. He escorted me. He gave me, you know, the gowns, you know, the pants, the grip socks. Told me, you know, what I needed to do. Change my clothes. Put my stuff in the locker. And then I went into the MRI unit. Then he asked me a bunch of questions regarding because, you know, since you're dealing with the machine, they want to make sure you're not carrying any type of metals outside or inside. If you have metals of any type inside, they need to know. So I guess they could adjust the frequency of the sound waves going into your body, the radiation going into your body. So then I was just, you know, answered all the questions that needed to be asked. And then he decided to do an IV line because they needed to do was the MRI with contrast, which I had no idea that was part of it, because in my chart it says without contrast. So he made an IV line, which currently, see, I'm healing from it. And he made the IV line. He was pretty good at it, because I never encountered people who, you know, enter a line very smoothly. And then I waited about another 20 minutes because the thing was that there was a patient before me. So it was about 8:50 when they were finally, 8:45 the lady was done. So it took 5 minutes for them to set up. And then at 8:50 I was in there getting prepped up, and then the examination started. And it was, like I said, over an hour. Yeah, like a little bit over an hour. And all I'm gonna say is this. I don't know, is it because for some reason my body's adjusting differently, but this time around I did feel the waves hitting me, because the examination was on my breast, but also at the same time the penetration of the waves that was going through my back, I felt it. it was the weirdest sensation I ever felt, because normally when I take an MRI, you don't really feel, like, I know throughout the years, I never felt it as intensely as I did today. And I felt those waves going through my back and then through my breast. And then the heat kept coming up. Like I felt the heat going through it. The many different rotations they did on the frequencies, on the radiation, I felt it throughout the whole time of the examination. And it was very weird. It was just so weird, because I never, ever, ever felt that until today. And so that alone, it was just very interesting. And I try to keep calm and try to think about other things. Like I said, my mind was racing in many different directions. And before you know it, it was done. After a while, because the thing is that they position me, since I had to do it in the breast, I have to position like almost like, I'm imagining like when you diving, like a diver, when he goes into the water. Well, basically it's almost similar like that. Like my hands were prepped like that, like straight through, like my body straight, ready to dive into the water. And so that's how I was. And by the time I was done, I felt my arms very numb, like I was numb. And I was just like, thank God. So I now have to, everything went well. All I have to do is now wait for the report to come through. And once I get the report, then I know where I'm standing. And I am praying really hard that I don't get any more bad news. I mean, so far I've been taking the medications. I did the first treatment of the Zometa. And yeah, so far, I'm trying to keep as positive for my body, mind, and spirit, as well as my physical body. And making sure that, everything goes well. So once I know the report, what it entails, then I'll give you guys a heads up. But other than that, that is pretty much it. I felt like I rambled many different directions in this part of the video, but it's just like, it's just people need to calm down. Life is too precious to lose. And just to carry anger is such wasted energy. Anyway, so that is pretty much it. And thank you for viewing this content. I'm going to link my playlist on my journey with cancer, and I'll link it in one of the areas. And if you happen to see this video, you could look through my videos, my past videos. After all, if someone's going through what I'm going through, you have an idea what may entail for you in your own journeys overcoming cancer. Alrighty, so thank you again for viewing my content, and again, thank you. Alrighty, so I'll catch you guys soon on the next vlog. Bye. Hi everybody, I am back. This is Tuesday, October 24th, the day after I had my MRI. And I definitely had received the report regarding to the results of my mammogram, for just to make sure that I don't have cancer. And so far it came out negative. Everything they showed like there was stuff in there, but it was just all benign. So that's definitely a relief for me. So I am very happy, very blessed that I get to enjoy the holidays with my family that is coming up soon, and just be grateful. And I am being grateful. I have been so grateful throughout this process that I've been through the last few years regarding to cancer. So, I do appreciate those little moments in my life. And I never, ever, never am like I never take the gratitude of like, oh well, you know, I knew I was gonna win it, or you know, like this ego type of mentality. I live every single day with gratitude, and I do pray every single day that I be able to get a chance to live my life in full with my family. So yeah. So I am very happy. So now I have an appointment. I did reschedule an appointment because I couldn't do the mammogram this year. So I have definitely rescheduled it for February. So I'll be having a mammogram and sonogram being done. It's required by my doctor. So yeah, that is pretty much it. I have nothing else to add to. Just thank you everyone who have been supportive and leaving me kind comments. I do read them and much appreciated. And yeah, now I just have a relaxing moment for the holidays with my family. So thank you again for viewing my content, and I will catch you guys soon on the next vlog. Bye.